like the guys. The guy goes to heaven.
Ray Boltz?
Yeah.
Okay, this is kind of sad, but good in a way. Dreamed I went to heaven. You were there with me. We walked upon the streets of gold beside the crystal sea. Heard the angels singing, and someone called your name. Turned and saw this young man, and he was smiling as he came.
What is it called?
Dreamed I went to heaven. And he said, friend, you may not know me now. Then he said, but wait, you used to teach my Sunday school when I was only 8. Every week you would say a prayer before the class would start. And one day when you said that prayer, I asked Jesus in my heart. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I have a life that was changed. Thank you for giving to the Lord. Lay down. I am so glad you gave. Then another man stood before you and said, remember the time a missionary came to your church. Those pictures made you cry. You didn't have much money, but you gave it anyway. The best kind of gift, by the way. And Jesus took the gift you gave, and that's why I'm here today. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I have a life that was changed. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am so glad you gave. One by one they came, far as the eye could see. Each life somehow touched by your generosity. The little things that you had done, the sacrifices made, unnoticed on the earth, in heaven now proclaim. But I know up in heaven you're not supposed to cry. But I am almost sure there were tears in your eyes as Jesus took your hand. You stood before the Lord. He said, my child, look around you. Great is your reward. Thank you for giving to the Lord. Oh, I have a life that was changed. So thank you for giving to the Lord. I am so glad you gave. I am so glad you gave. Ooh. You're almost asleep. What's next?
No, it's my head.
I'm sorry, your head hurts.
I can't fall asleep first.
Okay. This will be the last one, and then it's bedtime. Oh, how does this one go? Walking on the road to Jerusalem, the time had come to sacrifice again. My 2 small sons, they walk beside me on the road. The reason that they came was to watch the Lamb. Daddy, Daddy, what do we see there? There's so much that we don't understand. And so I told them of Moses, Father Abraham. And I said, dear children, watch the land. There will be so many in Jerusalem today. We must be sure the Lamb doesn't run away. And I told them of Moses, Father Abraham. And I said, dear children, watch the Lamb. When we reached the city, I knew something must be wrong. There were no joyful worshipers, no joyful worship songs. I stood there with my children in the midst of angry men. And then I heard the crowd cry out, crucify him. We tried to leave the city, but we could not get away. Forced to play in this drama upon I did not wish to play. Why upon this day were men condemned to die? Why were we standing here where soon they would pass by? I looked and said, even now they come. The first one cried for mercy. The people gave him none. The second one was violent. He was arrogant and loud. I still can hear his angry voice screaming at the crowd. And someone said, there's Jesus. And I scarce believed my eyes. A man so badly beaten, he barely looked alive. Blood poured from his body, from the thorns upon his brow, running down the cross, falling to the ground. I watched him as he struggled. I watched him as he fell. The cross came down upon his back. The crowd began to yell. In that moment, I felt such agony. In that moment, I felt such loss. Till a Roman soldier grabbed my arm and screamed, you carry his cross. At first, I tried to resist him. Then his hand reached for his sword. And so I knelt and took the cross from the Lord, placed it on my shoulders, and started down the street. The blood that he'd been shedding was running down my cheek. They led us to Golgotha. They drove in nails deep in his feet and hands. Yet upon the cross I heard him pray, Father, forgive them. Oh, never have I seen such love in any other eyes. Into thy hands I commend my spirit. He prayed, and then he died. I stood for what seemed like years, and I lost all sense of time, until I felt two tiny hands holding tight to mine. My children stood there weeping, and I heard the oldest say, Father, please forgive us. The lamb ran away. Daddy, Daddy, what have we seen here? There's so much that we don't understand. And so I took them in my arms, returned and faced the cross. And I said, dear children, watch the Lamb.